everyone. Today I wanted to answer a question that I get asked so often, whether it's by email or on Facebook or Instagram. And this question is why my programs are different and how this helps you lose weight when you've been trying on your own or you've done previous diets that didn't work. So what's really different about my programs? Now, I've shared success stories with you over, months and even years, and you've seen so many transformations in the women that I have coached and guided. They've lost weight, they have lost a lot of inches, they've gone down dress sizes, and it's not just about the weight. For them, it means that they are now able to wear the clothes they want to, not the clothes they have to just buy because it comes in their size, but now they're able to buy the clothes they really want to, whether it's pretty dresses or they're finally able to feel confident wearing a sari and not having, their belly showing because they don't feel that they look pregnant anymore. It might mean that they're able to wear swim costumes in the summer or wear shorts rather than hiding themselves behind big baggy clothes. So it's really, about the confidence that it gives them. But more than that, it's about the energy that they now have as well, because it's not just losing the weight, but of course it's improving your well-being. So they've got more energy, they can do the fun things that they've always wanted to do. They find that they're feeling calmer, more organized within themselves. They're not just rushing from one thing to another thing. They find that they're able to prioritize themselves. They are able to also find that balance in life between work and home life, and also looking after themselves, because self-care is self-love. So let me tell you why the programs are really different to what I'm doing. What my program does is it allows you to do what you're going to be taught step by step, rather than diving in and doing everything too quickly when you find it overwhelming and then you give up. What I do is teach you really slowly what to do. And you might think at times, will this even work? It's too easy, it's too simple. But this method has worked for over 11 years. And I have coached women who have been able to maintain this. So if you think about when you do it on your own, what you're doing is you are, searching on the internet. You're looking up, different websites. You're going to be looking at magazines, and you're just picking a little bit from here and a little bit from a different website or a different magazine, and then you're trying to put it all together. That's what I call cherry picking, right? You only take what you want to. You don't take what you need, which is the full program. So you might take a breakfast recipe from one website, and then you're going to go and try and get healthy snacks from another website. But because you're taking it from all these different places, it doesn't sometimes fit in together properly, right? When I provide the recipes, I understand what my clients are eating for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, for snack time. And as a result of that, they then can have those choices of foods that work best with what else they've eaten in the day too. So with my program, you get the full complete program. It's not getting just a part of it. These are in my paid for programs, not the free stuff that you find on my website, or you'll see me sharing recipes on Instagram and Facebook. I share a lot of stuff on my blog and on Instagram and Facebook, but that's just a tiny part of what my clients really get. What they're getting is the full picture, the full step-by-step on how to live a balanced life. And it's not just that one recipe that you need for lunch or dinner or breakfast. It's actually getting a system that you then put into place. So let's go through the difference between my program and other diets and other programs that you have done in the past. So firstly, when you start with me, one of the things that I do is ask you to clarify what your why is. That is really important, because you need to know where you want to be, and that's the only way you're going to get there. Versus when you do it on your own, you just dive in without really thinking about your main goals, and you just say to yourself very vaguely, I want to lose 5 kilos or 10 kilos, but you're not very specific. So one of the biggest difference between what I do right at the beginning of my program is we clarify on where you want to be, and that's how I'm going to get you to get to your goals. It's like being in a car. You need to put in the GPS, the exact address. Otherwise, you're just going around and around, getting lost and not getting there. The second thing is you need to have a proper plan rather than just, saying I'm going to cut out sugar, or I'm going to reduce grains, or I'm going to do portion control. You need to have a proper plan. So often when people are doing it on their own or they've signed up for diet programs, they don't have the full plan. In my program, there is a complete plan, and it takes you from where you are to where, you're going to get, but you're taken to that point very, very gradually. It's like me being your guide, helping you to cross this bridge from where you are right now to where you want to be with a plan in place, and that's how you will get there. The next thing I already touched on, cherry picking, right? Cherry picking is what you choose to do from different, health practitioners or websites or magazines versus doing what you really need to do. Whenever we look at different websites, we're just going to pick up on what we want to do. So if you don't feel like exercising, you're going to not do that, but you're just going to get the recipes from that practitioner. What you need is the full system, and that is what to do to have a healthier diet, a healthier lifestyle, and most importantly, a positive mindset. So what I provide is this full picture of all these three which are aligned, and that helps you to get where you want to. So it's not about cherry picking on doing only what you want to, it's actually doing everything together. And another difference between my program and other diets is in my program, you continue eating your everyday real foods. These are not diet foods. In many diets, or many programs, you're having to count calories, you're having to count points, you're being told you can't have grains, you're being told, you can't have sugar, you're being told to do, long hours of fasting. So everything that comes from all these programs is restrictions, right? And then what happens? You don't feel like doing them because it becomes really difficult. So what do I do instead? What I show you is what to add into your life. Have the foods that you enjoy eating, everyday foods that you grew up having. You can be able to still socialize and go and eat in restaurants. But I just show you how to make some swaps so it becomes a balanced plate without limiting or restricting yourself. So this is a really important difference. And that's why my clients are able to not just lose the weight, they're able to maintain it. And also in my programs, you don't need to give up your favorite foods. This could be your treats, like having cookies or cake, or it might be having your favorite traditional snacks like chirva, right? You can still have these, but you learn the portions of these foods to have. You learn swaps to make when you are making these foods, or what to look for when you are buying these foods as well. So you're not limited, you're not told you can never have these foods, because the minute you're told you can't have these foods, what happens? You crave them even more. So at no point do I say you can't have them. I instead say have all these other foods, and yes, have your treats, but there is a place in your plate for it. So you can still enjoy what you're doing without feeling you can't ever have it. Another difference between my method of weight loss and getting healthier and others is that I focus actually on creating healthy habits. When I speak to my clients and ask them what they've done in the past, they'll talk about having to count calories, and they found that, they had to limit their calories or do intermittent fasting. And because they were doing this, they were going to sleep hungry. And because they were going to sleep hungry, they didn't sleep well. They woke up in a bad mood the next day. They were feeling low in energy. And that cycle just began to continue for them. And they found this, they were not able to lose the weight, and whatever they lost would come back. So rather than focusing on what you don't want to do, I focus on creating a new habit and then creating another new habit. And what we do is gradually bring in these habits that then become part of how you live. So it might be as simple as just saying, can you begin to reduce your sugar, right? Not stop your sugar. Can you begin to reduce your sugar? And instead of making cookies that are really high in sugar, can you reduce it and also use natural sweetness? So what I'm doing is changing a way of cooking, changing a habit. So there are habits that I'm changing. Some of them are activity habits. Some of them might be your cooking habits. And a lot of the habits that I'm changing are your thought habits, because often it's our thoughts that are holding us back. So in my program, I focus a lot on mindset rather than just on the food or just on the exercise. And that has really helped my clients because they begin to believe in themselves. They begin to know that they can do this and succeed. And it's then not just success for weight loss, it becomes success in many other areas of their life as well. And when you do my program, you never feel alone, you never feel isolated, because you can reach out, you can contact me, I'll be answering your questions and I'll be supporting you. So because you have that support, because you have your questions being answered, you feel that you are progressing and you don't feel that you are getting stuck. So that's been a big difference as well for my clients. And then lastly, I help you save yourself time, I help you save money and a lot of energy, because you're not going around and around on different websites and magazines looking for what to do. You have it in one place. So if you're thinking about getting healthier, if you've tried diets and they haven't succeeded for you, whether it was something like counting calories or intermittent fasting, or whether you did popular diets like Weight Watchers, Slimming World, whether you did the meal replacement shakes, there are so many popular ones that are available, whether you did raw food or juicing, or whether you did something on your own like portion control and cutting out sugar or avoiding grains. If these things have not worked for you, stop wasting your time, stop wasting your effort. Get in touch with me. I'd be happy to have a free discovery call. Let us have a call. Let me find out a little bit about you and share with you how I can help you to get to your goals. If you have any questions, of course, send me an email and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye-bye.